Nigeria presently generates 4,000 megawatts of electricity for a population of 170 million people. This is far below the expected. There is a need to manage power generated efficiently by ensuring that all energy-using appliances consume minimum possible energy. MEPS establishes standards for energy performance that products must meet or exceed before they can be sold to consumers in Nigeria. The energy efficiency labeling and standard setting programs are intended to reduce the energy consumption of all these products without diminishing the services they provide to consumers. Some of the benefits introducing minimum energy performance standards in Nigeria is as follows. MEPS is one of the most cost-effective ways to encourage energy efficiency improvements in products. Setting energy performance levels creates a more efficient range of products for consumers to choose from by encouraging manufacturers to continually improve the efficiency of their product, preventing poorly performing products from being sold, improving the average efficiency of products available in the market, reducing emission of greenhouse gases emission as electricity generation is heavily reliant on fossil fuel for new supplies. Appliance labeling is aimed at the consumer. It's a conscious attempt to modify consumer thinking, behavior, attitude, or belief as it relates to energy efficiency of household appliances, which will in turn influence their decision-making and actions when purchasing these appliances. The technical committee says the success in energy-saving lamps has shown that the same can be repeated in refrigerators and air conditioners.
Presently, people are using estimated energy, so they can afford to waste energy anyhow. But once you have a prepaid meter in your house, you are conscious of the amount of energy you consume. So by so doing, you want to put away your inefficient appliance and change it to efficient appliance. And that's why you see a lot of refrigerator air conditioner coming from overseas to Nigeria. Because those people don't want to continue to use inefficient appliance. They decide to sell it at giveaway price and buy an efficient appliance. That's what has happened. So naturally, once this is introduced in Nigeria, and this will come up once the standard we are working on has been approved by the Standard Council of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, and then we will do some sensitization, then the enforcement will commence. We've lined up some sensitization program whereby people will be sensitized. The label will be so advertised that everybody will understand what it means, one star, two star. That's why we're using figures that are very simple to understand.
It's going to be specified in the standard, and that is why the standard is being prepared, so that it will now guide importers, investors as to the grades and conditions of this equipment that should be brought into the country. We have different brands. I don't want to name names, but you find that usually our installers, we say 1 horsepower, 1.5 horsepower, 2 horsepower, and so on. All right? But then, in line with global best practices, we are drafting these standards to make sure that we comply with global best practices.
For lamps, it has a standard approved, MEPS approved by Standards Council, equipment procured and in use, standard approved at regional level. For refrigerator, standards approved by Council, MEPS still in progress, equipment installed, label prepared by Technical Committee. Air conditioner, standards prepared by Technical Committee, MEPS prepared by Technical Committee, label prepared by Technical Committee. In Nigeria today, The main types of air conditioners in the market are window air conditioners, split air conditioners, and centralized air conditioning systems. Statistics show that locally assembled air conditioners by type in Nigeria from 2006 to 2014 has been on the increase for both domestic and commercial usage.
In terms of energy generation, you see, if we go back to the Federal Ministry of Power, Work and Housing, currently the estimated generation is about 30,000 megawatt. But for now, what is being supplied is barely 4,000 megawatt. It means many things are not really working. We need to improve on the efficiency in order for us to catch that power demand which we require. So this just shows to you that there's a long way, still a way to go, and the only way we can come out to this one is to focus on the efficiency of the production, efficiency on the consumption. Once, for example, we are able to come out with the minimum energy efficiency performance standard for all of the equipment, whether it be in the industry or for household equipment, it means we are really limiting how much energy we shall consume per equipment. So it means the remaining energy will be used for other people. There's more energy available for us in that area. And once we are able to generate that one, it will help us in the future to go on how to improve our energy production and also improve the energy consumption.
Manufacturers' specifications are always available, but what standard organization is coming up with this MEPS program is to now guide manufacturers as to those that are efficient, that can be accommodated so that we can reduce our energy consumption. Every kilowatt hour that is consumed is it's making some impact on the environment. I don't want to go into the realm of GHG and so on. But if we now say we reduce consumption, we are ultimately also reducing generation, which means the amount of impact that our generating facilities would have made on the environment is equally being reduced.
A total aggregated electricity consumption of 457,287 has been computed for air conditioner units in Nigeria between 2006 and 2014. Most of the energy consumed comes from the industrial units with about 82%, followed by domestic with 10% and commercial with 8%.
It is visible because before now, some products have been coming in that are energy, they have energy savings ability, but the greatest threat we have is the price, because majorly those energy saving equipment, they comes with high price because number one, the compressor is inverter compressor, which is very expensive. That's the major component that regulates the energy, because the way it works, the static current is actually very low. When unlike the constant speed compressor, like the conventional one we use, that it starts at 100%, of which the inverter compressor can start at like 4%, depending on the load you put on it. So by so doing, it saves a lot of energy. So a layman, they don't understand what you mean by energy saving, because before now we don't even know what is called energy saving. You see somebody put on his bulb, 60 watts, they will leave it from morning till night. And those in the rural area, they don't use prepaid meters. They use NEPA will come at the end of the month to give them estimated bill. So they don't really understand what it is to save power. We start from let them get prepaid meter. Let them know what they are using per unit. Once they know that, they will understand that, okay, now if I have to use an AC that consumes less of energy, it will be better for me. So when they know that, if I thought they are, then you cannot tell them the costs, because then they will appreciate it. But if you don't do that, they wouldn't appreciate it, and they will not understand what you are trying to sell to them until they are able to know what they are consuming per unit. Then they can actually appreciate what the government is doing.